The jet engine Thomas. Well, actually, I used to have that jet engine. I don't have those Thomas anymore. And actually, this is actually behind the scenes of me making a full rip recently. Before I found out, besides, usually when I have these video captures, I use this one when I got it, but I don't usually do it that much because I have a DVD. I'm using the DVD recorder right now. So I remember when I did full rips recently, that's what I usually do. All except my copy protection, VHS and DVDs, they don't work on the DVD recorder, sadly. So yeah. And I might do a 2-part video. I'm not sure it'll be mostly it's just I use LP speed. I'm recording a VHS to a DVD. So yeah. This is actually you were gonna find. Yeah, I don't care about the stack part, so it is what it is. Well, it's just because of my home movies. In fact, this tape wasn't a lot. And yes, it does have damage and some splice parts as well. So yeah. Well, I did have hi-fi sound, but I decided it's better if I had mono because it's not the best. I don't want to have static interrupt, hi-fi static part and also the sides are not the best because they only had one left side and some on the right side only. Because I don't want to have that. I don't like when the mono was only on the left audio. It's a lot better if I had 2 sides than just one. I know Hello K Family said did the Teletubbies full episode on camcorder and only had left side only. I don't know. I have to ask Hello K Family 7 who likes Thomas and Friends. I think she does. He's not a huge Thomas fan. I'm into Thomas now. And yeah, in case you were wondering, this is actually I remember I made this whole movie. Says I'm glad I had those stuff before. I don't have it anymore. Here comes Salty. Yep, this is the one Salty, you guys. And this will come up soon, you guys. I don't know because I might be working at a job. I wouldn't make that full vid all weekend because it would be very cool. I never showed you that before. And you want to wonder why there's a timer? It's not from a VHS tape. It was from I didn't use the VHS camcorder. I just used the regular camera with an SD card. It was actually a Ben & Howell red camera. I remember the first time I used it was back in 2013. And I thought it doesn't work anymore, but for some reason it works again for some reason on my red camera for some reason. And we used to record that, and we had audio video cables and then hook up to the TV. Yep, this was hooked up to the TV, but no, it wasn't just well, it's actually from a VCR. I didn't hook up to just the TV, it was on the VCR. So yeah, this was not but it's only a home movie, so it's kind of like this is actually in case you're wondering, this is actually my first homemade VHS tape with my homemade Ubi logo on it. In case you're wondering about my Ubi logos, not only I did that on YouTube, I also did it on the VHS tapes as well. And also, I do have that video back in 2018. I remember back on Volume 7 with Thomas, with the motorized Thomas, including the Roblox. You see one of my own stuff. These are I haven't showed you yet. Volume 2. I didn't. Connection. I might put it back on. I only did like 22 volumes of my own stuff called Connect Channel Things. I remember I was obsessed with My Life as a Teenage Robot. There's pack blocks and also some Dre Higby videos that got deleted, which is volume 14 through 15. On volume 14, sadly, the tape was not as good at the end. Like it got chewed up or. So that was film, but yeah. Most of these tapes have a lot of these tapes are in SOP, and some are LP, and some are SP mode. Well, until volume 17 it was an SP mode tape, so yeah. This is the last one for 2018, and here's it does have some Thomas, but it's only but it's only used the CGI Thomas. I don't have I didn't add the classic Thomas on it, so yeah. Here's my Ubi logo. Here's my homemade Ubi logo. See, I remember I did that since I finally recorded one of my home movie stuff on you. Since mostly because since 2017 I used the Sony Blu-ray player with the remote. Mostly because of my I didn't notice yeah, I just used like a USB and with the USB drive. Yeah, I'd be able to watch video stuff from video files. Now recently when I make a homemade DVD, or I do record VHS and DVDs. In case you're wondering, I started record VHS tapes in 2015. My first home movie that I record, it was actually from using my Olympus camera with my stuff that when I was a kid or 10 or 11 years old, or yeah, or one with I do have some old Boomerang commercials from 2014, but it's actually camcorded. I don't have the non-camcorded, so yeah. And I do have an extremely rare intro of the Nick Jr. airing of Go Island, but yeah, that's all I explain. I remember I did my homemade Ubi logos. I think I made up Ubi logo since 2012 originally, and Ubi logo goes, this is Ubi logo. Well, I said this is Ubi logo, but originally it's just, and that's it. And then until 2019, I said this is Ubi logo. Well, originally it's called, and that's it. And so yeah, and then in the version 2 way, this is Ubi logo. And I did Grandpa Ubi logo. Well, originally back in 2013, they interrupted this, and then I did Grandpa Pika, and free the foot. Oh, I freed out the cupcake. Yeah, I'm not like what I did fast, but yeah. Here's the Mario Cookie Monster homemade VHS. This is from Disney Car Toys and Toys Review Toys channel. This is volume 2. I would have had it would be better if I had 2 volumes. I did not make that onto a DVD yet, but it's pretty cool. I might make it if I had, but for some reason it was camcorded, but yeah. So yeah, someday I might do those full rips to those, as long as it doesn't have any bad issues. So yeah. But I'm only going to use mono, no stereos, no surround sound, because a lot of these tapes are damaged and stuff like that, so yeah. And the videos I haven't been uploaded yet, or one that used to be on my YouTube channel, but not anymore. On my old YouTube channel, but since my old account got removed, but yeah. So yeah, and it's the one. Here's the video. This is actually my first homemade VHS that I have. That was actually that uses a home movie. The only tape from 2016. This is a little 2016 home movie. This is actually back in 2016. So yes, I will do a full rip to this. Yeah, this is for all the Thomas fans out there. It'll be very cool. This is for Nick that gave me in 2006 and anyone who remember Thomas. Who remember playing Thomas. This is actually like a wooden Thomas toy. So yeah. Yeah, see, this is actually from Ben and Howell. Yeah, I'm still recording onto a DVD. I didn't have to worry about using it much. I'd be able to upload videos using this from the DVD recording. Yeah, nowadays I'd be able to upload DVD recording files to YouTube. But I guess it's a lot better if I use a DVD minus RW than, well, it'll probably be the same like a regular DVD minus R, but I think I prefer the rewritable discs. So yeah, I guess I did the humming with like a Britt Allcroft logo. Here's the intro with my made up evil character name, evil salty version, but it's evil. I named him Toffee. And they were too soft. The others, one is, because we had 2 salties. Yeah. Oh well, we had 2 salties, but the other one we call him Toffee, the evil version of salty. But then they become good. Yeah, that was back in 2016 we did that, you guys. We call him Toffee. It's actually kind of a made-up character named Toffee. And I remember growing I used to have wooden Thomas trains since I was a kid, but not anymore. I used to have they got rid of everything except I still have some wooden Thomas. I don't have any of these wooden tracks anymore. I still have one, except I might have I have some. Still have just one wooden Thomas, one take along. I used to have the take along and a motorized Thomas. Motorized. Or like Thomas and Friends Tommy or Trackmaster. Well, originally the Trackmaster was Tommy, with blue tracks, and they had Steam Along Thomas. So yeah, I remember I used to have the Steam Along Thomas that was broken. I think I still have the motorized Talking Henry, but it's broken. So yeah, I might keep it for my Thomas collection just in case until I get a new one. So yeah, I might kind of hard. I might have a little bit of Thomas toy collection. Don't have a lot of these Thomas toys now. I used to have them, but it's a good thing I still did not get rid of some Thomas DVDs. I remember so yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just recording onto a DVD now. So yeah. So that will be uploaded coming soon, as long if that tape doesn't have any of the problems at all, without any defective or any issues, because what I'm using is the Magnavox MW205 VCRD combo. Yeah, and I'd be able to use this for digitizing or recording onto a disc, and yes, I'd be able to do full episodes. If it had closed captions, it works with that on YouTube. It allows the closed captions. So yeah, but this one did not have closed captions because it's a whole movie. So that means anything without any closed captions at all, if I upload a video, might have the YouTube closed captions itself. So yeah. So it'll be so much fun to have the full rips with closed captions. So I mean, maybe someday I might upload some Teletubbies 4 home video full rips, and it's time to tapes on YouTube. Well, it's time to tapes do not have closed captions. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. It's kind of like a special random video. So yeah, thanks for watching.